Hello guys, I'm sure some of you have heard the breaking news. The former Speaker of House of Assembly, Femi Gbajabiamila, is he Gbajabiamila? Was Gbajabiamila? Okay, is not the chief of staff to Tinubu. All right, the guy has just been banned in US. The United States government has come out against him. Guys, I'm going to show you the video. Disgrace him openly according to People's Gazette. That while he was practicing in the United States of America, he stole a client money. Former Speaker of House of Assembly, a current chief of staff to Tinubu, President-elect Tinubu, chief of staff to him. US came openly to disgrace him, humiliate him. A disgrace for Nigeria's chief of staff, a former speaker. Is that not a disgrace for Nigeria? I have told people, see, I don't need to know you from Adams. By seeing the people that surround you, I already know you are. Tinubu is a thief. What do you expect from his chief of staff? He will also surround himself with thieves. And you guys understand? You guys understand me? Tinubu, Pablo Escobar, is a thief. He's an armed robber. So he also surround himself with an armed robber. This is not a makeup. I'm going to show you guys the video now, but please, before you watch the video, can you please give this video a thumbs up right now, guys? Please give it a thumbs up and share the video, please. Let's open the eyes of Nigeria. Let's educate everyone. One more thing, guys, please. Kindly follow me on YouTube. Should there be an issue on Facebook, you will be able to catch up with my update. As soon as you finish listening to this video, please go to YouTube and search me out on YouTube, Holy Ghost Son. As it is on Facebook, so it is on YouTube. Same name, Holy Ghost Son. Don't forget to share this video. I'll see you in my next video. Let's watch the video now. Thank you. Exclusive. According to People's Gazette, US legal panel terminate Femi Gbajabiamila lost license after stealing money from client violating rules. Former Nigeria House Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila has been terminated as licensed lawyer of the State Bar of Georgia in the United States after his corruption and ethical lapses outstripped accepted threshold of members, People's Gazette can report. The Nigeria politician, who currently serves as the chief of staff to President Bola Tinubu, himself a man of uncountable scandals, was ostracized from the prestigious body effective July 1st, 2020. According to record recently obtained by the Gazette, he was found to have stolen money from a client and also failed to pay his membership fee. Mr. Gbajabiamila's disgrace in the US underscores yet again the gulf between civilization that exert fair and available instrument to foster accountability versus Nigeria, where transparently fraudulent odious figures are in charge of the most consequential position of authority. For several weeks, Mr. Gbajabiamila dodged the Gazette request for comment about his corruption and punishment in the US. A spokesperson for the State House also failed to send in comments that were promised after several weeks. Georgia Bar official told the Gazette that Mr. Gbajabiamila's latest ordeal began when a client filed a grievance against him for theft. Mr. Gbajabiamila subsequently ignored the bar and stopped paying his fees and other membership obligations. The Gazette was told that attempts were made to reach Mr. Gbajabiamila through his Peachtree Road address in Atlanta, but he frustrated it all. On July 2nd, 2015, Mr. Gbajabiamila was suspended for 5 years. The Gazette learned the suspension was finally approved as a permanent termination of his membership on July 1st, 2020. Mr. Gbajabiamila, who was admitted to the State Bar of Georgia on June 29, 2001, was the Speaker of the House of Representatives at the time of his infraction in the US. He can no longer practice law in the state of Georgia, an official told the Gazette. In an anonymous decision on February 26, 2007, the Supreme Court of Georgia approved the suspension of Mr. Gbajabiamila for 36 months after he admitted stealing $25,000 from a client. He was reinstated after serving out his suspension, only for him to commit another infraction that led to his final dismissal. Mr. Gbajabiamila, who has only been a member of the bar since 2001, admits that he accepted payment of $25,000 as settlement of a client's personal injury claims, deposited those funds in his attorney trust account in January 2003, failed to promptly disburse those funds to his client, withdrew those funds for his own use, closed his practice, and moved out of the country, the court said at that time. Mr. Gbajabiamila, who had already been a federal lawmaker for nearly 4 years before the verdict, paid the money back in 2006, a year before the judgment, in order to get lighter punishment, including being disbarred. Whereas Mr. Gbajabiamila has suffered the consequences of his known offenses in the US, which spanned from the early Act through to 2020. His corruption in Nigeria has gone unpunished. In 2001, Mr. Gbajabiamila was among top lawmakers and government ministers who received heavy bribes from private businessmen to undercut local communities in passing the controversial 2021 law regulating the Nigeria hydrocarbon industry. Recently, he has faced allegations from within his own party that he received bribes to sell key government positions. A video produced by ruling All Progressive Congress Youth Week accused him of unbridled corruption that could severely undermine Mr. Tinubu's administration. He has yet to deny the allegation, but some of his supporters accuse those behind the campaign as saboteurs after spending the past 20 years as a federal lawmaker, House Speaker, and now President Tinubu Chief of Staff. Mr. Gbajabiamila may not need to work again as a lawyer, said a political commentator, Ken Eluma Asogwa. He also has little to be ashamed of. Since he is on Mr. Tinubu's team with Nyesom Wike, a notoriously violent politician already condemned by foreign observers, and Atiku Bagudu, a former Kebbi governor who is infamous for laundering billions for departed Nigeria dictator Sani Abacha. Looking at the characters he is serving with, he has many reasons to brush this off. Mr. Asagoma, and an Abuja-based legal practitioner, said his ignominious days in the United States might be catching up with him, but you can expect him to continue to thrive in Nigeria, where no one in power pays for willful infractions.